Hey everyone, Josh Dennis here with 1215 Day Trading, and I'm going to do a trade recap going over my personal trades. Now today was Free Watch List Monday, which is where I post all the stocks that I'm going to trade for the day and write out exactly how I'm going to play them for once the market opens. So today we had two stocks on watch, but only one of them triggered the entry point. So BTX, we did not get an entry because it did not hit the entry spot, but PLBY did, as I was looking for a breakout above 49.25 and then look for a target of 50.67 with an initial stop at 48.28. So here is PLBY's chart. This is the 1 minute chart. What I'm looking for is a breakout over this yellow line, which is 49.25. If this area holds as support, I'm going to be a buyer for a minimum target of this green line right here at 50.67 and then place a stop right here at this red line at 48.28. All right, so right here, the market is open for 3 minutes. I don't know if we're going to get an entry or not because I'm waiting patiently for this to break out, come back down to test that support, and then try to get a buy order in. But this one was a little bit tricky because it happened so fast. Now there's two ways to play this. You can buy the breakout immediately. So an option to do would be to place a stop limit buy order above 49.25. So maybe place that stop buy order at 49.26. And then once it breaks, you get into the stock and then you're ready to go. But the drawback to that is it could be a false break. All right, so if you're willing to take that risk, that's fine. But lately I've been more conservative, so I've been looking for the breakout, come down to test that support, and then go. But not every single time you're going to have this picture perfect breakout, come back down to test that support, and then get your opportunity. Sometimes you can get the breakout and it flash dips and then it goes. And that's kind of what happened today on this stock. All right, so let me play the next candle here. We get the breakout right here on this candle. All right. Now, normally I would wait 1 or 2 more minutes to see if this can hold as support. But I actually jump in on this candle, and the reason why is because the breakout candle hit a high of almost halfway to the target and on the highest volume for the day. So this tells me that the momentum is pretty strong for this stock. And there could be that possibility that it may never give us those easy to recognize pullback candles to test as support, and instead may give us a quick drop down and then a move up. So as soon as it hit $50 right here, it already got halfway to the target. I thought this was bullish, so I went ahead and placed a limit order at 49.45. There wasn't really anything special with that particular price. It's just a little bit above the support level. You can place your order right on the money or a little bit below. That just depends on what you decide, but I find it most of the time you have the highest chance of getting filled a little bit above that area, but it's still somewhat close to the entry spot. All right, so as you see on these next couple candles, the momentum is continuing to be strong, and only a few minutes later it goes on to hit target. So you really don't have a whole lot of time in a situation like this to wait for that perfect pullback pattern. So as you see on this candle right here, this is really the only pullback candle, but it literally happens in a few seconds. So if you didn't already have a limit order inside this area, then you wouldn't have gotten filled. And instead, you may have to use a market order, or you may have to buy on the ask. And doing that is going to give you the risk of buying too high. So you don't want to buy inside this area when it's so close to target, because your reward is going to be much smaller than what you're risking if you continue to hold down at the initial stop. So this is a very fast play, but it really just all started from this one candle right here. If this candle didn't hit a high of where it did, then I probably would have waited for a couple pullback candles. But because the breakout was so strong on high volume, it gets halfway to target on the first go, I go ahead and just send a limit order as close to this area as I can, and then hope that it can scoop up my shares. If it doesn't come down to scoop up my shares where I place it and it goes on without me, then hey, that's the name of the game and I missed out. It happens to me all the time. But that's okay, because in order for me to keep my winners bigger than my losers, I have to continue to buy as close to this area as I can, and then sell at target, and then sell at my stop loss. All right. So I hope you all learned something from this video, and I'd like to thank you so much for watching.